Someone might hear my story and say, I'm sorry that happened to you. Don't be surprised if I say thank you, but I'm glad it happened because I'm better off now. Here's my story. Hey everyone, welcome back to A Cup of Tea with Shauna Marie. I'm Shauna Marie, and I have my tea today is Bengal Spice with honey and 2% milk. Very, very important to do 2% milk for me, as you will now get to know about. Well, what a year. What a year it has been. I don't know if you've been following me on social media or following my newsletter of Lathers for Life or whatever, but you may have noticed, if you were, that soap making pretty much dropped off. There's a reason. At the time, I didn't fully understand the reason myself, but I basically gave away most of my soap and kept enough soap for us to use or share as gifts. I did fulfill an order, a few orders, but it was like a non-existent kind of business. I just thought that I was tired, that working full time outside the home, I must just be tired, and that's all there is to it. I just wasn't feeling motivated, like I could handle whatever things came with the business. I just felt like, I don't know. Well, let's go back to the beginning of last year in January. My sister and her husband have a little one who has a cleft palate, and he needs surgeries. And when they came back home, the idea was I was going to go and spend like a week or 5 days or something just to make life at home easier because they have several children. I just remember, though, before I left home to go many, many miles, several hours to their home in another state, I remember thinking, I can do this. I can do this. And it was like challenging. Like I couldn't just think, go have a great time. It was more like, okay, I can do this. Well, I did it, and I'm glad I did. Moving on to, I don't know, July or something. I was at work. I work full time, and I was at work. And this particular week, I couldn't get through a full 8-hour day without saying to my boss, I don't know what's wrong with me. Can I take a walk around in the parking lot, or can I go home early? It was this particular week, which sent me to making phone calls to the doctor and finding out that they couldn't take me right away to see my regular doctor or my cardiologist because there's a waiting list. Other people are scheduled already that week, and it's like you can't just walk in. So I went and saw somebody who was like an interim person until those other appointments could be fulfilled. And it was confirmed that I wasn't having a heart attack or anything, but my blood pressure seemed to be high, and I guess it just sort of adjusted itself after that week, and then I was better again. But it led to me going to my regular doctor and to my cardiologist after that. Well, the irony is I was hoping to see doctors less last year. So we go to my cardiologist, and he said, let's do that test again. It was the CT angiogram. And I did that test, and would you believe that it showed quite a bit of blockage? My calcium score was really high, really, really high. And I had to do a heart cath. They decided that I was going to need a heart cath which basically means that they go into your wrist and with like a wire, and they go up and use that wire to look around in your heart. And from there, they would, if I understand it correctly, they would either put a stent in or do different things from there. So I thought I was going to, do this on a Friday and be back on a Tuesday or something to work. Well, I remember waiting for the nurse to come and get me. I was ready for the procedure. And when she came in to get me, she said, okay, he's going to do this heart cath and then we'll discuss the plan. And I was like, oh, that means that they're not planning to just put a stint in or something that's quick and we're done and everything's settled. There's a plan. And I knew that was pretty serious. So all of a sudden I realized this wasn't a little day trip. Well, sure enough, they looked and the cardiologist told me that we are going to need to do, I hope you're sitting, triple bypass surgery. Yes, I had to have triple bypass surgery at the age of 46. And it wasn't an emergency, because I know some people, they find out they have like 90% blockage or something worse. Thankfully, I had time. So it was another month and a half before it actually happened. And I got off of work for about 3 months, and I had triple bypass surgery. And maybe if enough people want to know about it, I can do an episode on what that's like, what it was like to have that done and to recover from it and everything. It was not a quick process because you end up being in the ICU, and but it's not too bad, It's really a miracle. It's really amazing that you can go through all that and recover. It takes time, and it takes a great team at the hospital, prayer warriors, at home and at church and near and far, and people looking in and checking in on you, people bringing meals to our house. And then I had a friend or two that would come, and I said they were babysitting me because that way my husband and my son could go do something together, because either it was my husband or my son with me at all times when I was recovering in the early days. Lots of beautiful things from the whole thing. Lots of family and friends gave gifts, and I was very, very blessed and loved and cared for. There were fun cards that were given to me. This one came from a brother who handmade it. It's pretty cute. And his wife made this one. I thought it was really cute. I'm rooting for you, it says. Well, after the whole thing is said and done, I feel much, much better. And the good news is I'm back to making soap. So, Lathers for Life is no longer at the website you might remember it at. It is now at lathersforlife.shop. And I'll put the link in the description below. And I really hope that you will check out my soap. I've made plenty of soap since I got better. I feel much better. I feel so much better. I'm still recovering. Things aren't 100%, but there is a real difference between how I felt before and how I feel now. And I am so grateful that God got me safely through this surgery. I'm back at work to my full-time job, and I'm making soap. I've traveled quite a lot of miles when I was still in my 12-week recovery. I was actually traveling, like being the driver. I feel so much better. So praise God for that. And it's really good news. Yes, I had triple bypass surgery, But the good news is I feel better, and I'm so thankful I had it. Oh, I forgot to tell you. For New Year's Eve, we got to see the Jordan Michael Tuesday family. Look who's here, the Jordan Michael Tuesday family. Yay!
Oh, wait, wait, two.
My people on my cup of tea. Bragging rights. Oh wow. Wow.
Say go birds.
That's amazing. Everybody, this is my brother. I know. So next time that we have tea together, I will share more about that with more video footage. It'll be fun. Well, until next time, enjoy your tea. It's Christmas Day, and I'm out here walking. And it's really amazing to be walking and just thinking about how right after my surgery, that wasn't something I could do easily. I mean, I could walk easily, but right after my surgery, not so much. And just to go from day to day, walking a few more steps, and then getting better and better all the time. And now feeling really good for the most part. And it's just amazing, and it's a miracle.